Ask Me How I Know show. I'm your host, Julie Holly, and I'm so excited you're here. Ask Me How I Know is the only podcast in the multifamily niche replicating what takes place outside the walls of a seminar. Remember when we used to get together like that? This is like the lobby where honest, unscripted conversations take place and transformation happens. We'll talk about practical problem solving in the multifamily niche as well as overcoming mental roadblocks. This episode is brought to you by 3 Keys Investments. 3 Keys Investments is dedicated to helping people like you, you, enter the multifamily investment space to build passive income and legacy wealth. If you haven't already subscribed and reviewed Ask Me How I Know, I'd be honored if you did. Thanks so much for joining me today, and now for our featured guest. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here, and I'm really especially grateful today for all the reviews that many of you have written. There is one review that, actually few of them, but one review, when I read it, I could not help but smile and chuckle to myself. It compared me to Mother Teresa and Santa Claus. Like, does the world get any better than that? Oh my goodness. I hope you take a moment, drop down, read that review, and then while you're down there, will you please write a review of your own? Because I'll tell you what, it just totally gives me a huge boost to know that what I am producing is serving you well and providing good things into your life. If it's a mindset episode or if it's one of my interviews with amazing people, whatever it is, your reviews totally boost and just give me that like, yay, they're getting it and this is working out. So thanks for your encouragement on that. Now, I'll tell you what, my dishwasher recently took a turn for the worse. I have had, and I'm going to say it, I have no affiliate links or anything, but I think I've had 3 or 4 Bosch dishwashers, and they have been phenomenal. But recently our dishwasher started to not work, and my husband and I are looking at each other like, what the heck? This is a Bosch and they work amazingly well all the time. We've never had an issue, not ever, in any of our homes, right? Well, and even with tenants, true story, even for our tenants, they always worked out super well. All this to say is that it was not working well, and my wine glass was looking really dingy and creepy, right? I'm looking at my husband like, what is going on? Have you ever picked up a glass like that and you're just like, what is going on? Or maybe you're at a restaurant and you pick up a glass and it has that like oily residue, you're like, somebody with some gross fingers was touching this glass before me. Ever happen? Or maybe you had the glass that came out and it had lipstick smudges. I'm sorry, that could be me smudging those glasses. All this to say, sometimes in life, smudges happen. I want to talk about that. I think this whole dishwasher conundrum, which did get resolved because my awesome husband took things apart and fixed it. And it was total user error just to protect the name of Bosch. It was completely an error on our part, kids learning how to rinse dishes, et cetera, et cetera. Read between all of those lines and I hope you laugh. Okay, so let's get back on task here. I want to talk about smudging the glass. I want you to visualize in your mind right now, because you're probably working out or driving or doing something where you can't actually do this. So in your mind's eye, I just want you to picture a beautiful clear glass. And maybe you just put some lotion on. Maybe you just, finished up some work outside. Your hands are a little dirty, a little greasy, and you pick up that glass. And when you put it down, in your mind's eye, what are you seeing? You're seeing that fingerprint, right? I mean, that's what all the detectives want. Never do anything wrong. So anyhow, you're picturing this and it has fingerprints. And I want to talk about how important that is to be successful. You see, I was thinking about Einstein and Galileo. I was thinking about Elon Musk. I'm thinking about all these minds that take ordinary and push it to extraordinary. You see, we hear all the time, especially as entrepreneurs, we always hear success leaves clues, copy your way to success. And yes, those things are absolutely true. I'm also going to point out Einstein and these greats, they had clues to follow. Somebody else had already smudged the glass, if you will. Somebody else had gone before them. They had made some discoveries. They had documented those discoveries, and they had been actively engaged in something. So much so much so that they left an impression that other people could build upon. Yeah, it's sort of like a crumb trail for success. True story, success does leave clues. Success does leave this little trail that you can copy and you can follow your way to success. And sometimes, as eager entrepreneurs, yours truly, especially, I want to not just go at like half pace picking up these breadcrumbs. I don't really want to sit there and, oh, like, look at this clue. Oh, look at this little, I just want to like devour. I am like a full on Pacman, like on, when Pacman can go a little faster and is invincible. I'm like, let me just shoot past this. I'm going to copy and iterate my way to success so fast. And that's what I'm going to do. And there's a downfall. Sometimes we have this expectation that we can collapse our timelines and find success and achieve our goals even faster than our predecessors. And while I would argue that that's mostly true, there's another caveat. You have to be ready. See, success, it doesn't live inside a box. And if you listen to this podcast and you've been following along, you know already how I feel about the box. Because success doesn't live in a box. It's accessible to everybody. It's not like this special gift box that only a few elite will receive in life. It is out there, readily accessible to anyone who wants it. But you have to be ready. And unfortunately, a lot of people, even the eager beavers like me that just want to race along and collapse those timelines, we have to be ready and we have to take ourselves out of the box. You see, a lot of times we have ourselves stuck in this box. Doubt, worry, anxiety about what if, procrastination, worry about what are the other people going to say? I really don't fit in. We have a box with our comfort in it. You see, we have all these different boxes that we put ourselves in, and those boxes isolate you. They prevent you from achieving the success that is readily available to you. So now that you've taken yourself out of the box and you can find success and you see success, you see the glass that has smudges, you see the way people have done it before you. Do you have to copy it exactly? Well, here's the thing. That's another box a lot of entrepreneurs want to put themselves in. The successful entrepreneurs pull themselves out of that box rather quickly. But a lot of people get stuck because they want to just do it right. Oh, this is how that person did it. And if I do it just like that, I will achieve the same success that they had. But they forget that that person had to go through personal growth and development to achieve their success. And everyone's personal growth and development is their own unique package. So can you copy your way to success? Absolutely. Absolutely follow the path of people who've done it well. You have to factor in you. You have to factor in your backstory, your baggage. You have to look at the boxes that you have, and you have to make sure that you keep those lids on those boxes buttoned down super tight. Here's another factor that really separates those who find success. Einstein, Galileo, Elon Musk, Christopher Columbus, like all these people, right? They all have two things that are really super important. One, they have a deeply held belief or mission or conviction. Like it just surges through them. I mean, Columbus, come on. You are not going to sail dangerously across this vast ocean to, I don't even know if it's going to work out. Meanwhile, you're going against all the flat earthers and all these other concepts, right? You have to have this deeply held conviction in what you believe. You may not know, but Galileo, he actually went to prison because of his pursuit. Okay, your deeply held convictions will give you the strength to overcome. When you face that personal development moment where you're out of the box, but now maybe you got to do a little surgery on yourself and say, oh, we got to extract that because that's really dangerous. Okay, those deeply held convictions and beliefs will keep you straight. Here's what else they had: curiosity. You see, those who find success are curious. They want it, but they're also curious about all the other smudges on the glass. They don't limit things to themselves and their ideas or the one or two predecessors that were successful before them. They look at all the clues with curiosity and wonder. There's such satisfaction when you look at the world with a curious eye and you wonder, I wonder how that's going to work. How will that play out? If we do it like this, what if we combine these ideas? All of these greats, they found something, they evaluated, and then they took it to the next level. They chose to smudge the glass. And we're the beneficiaries of that smudged glass in many cases, right? Are you smudging the glass? You see, you are unique. You bring this other denominator to the table that no one can account for. You have your own perspective, you have your own backstory, and that backstory, whatever it is, can be leveraged to be your most powerful instrumental component to springboard your success. You don't just have to exactly mirror everyone who's successful before you. You need to become your own iteration. And you're going to pick up that proverbial glass, as we'll call it, and you're going to add your own fingerprints to it. And someone else is going to come along and they will pick it up and they'll add their fingerprints to what you've left behind as well. This week, as you go about your week, I really want you to think, are you just looking and admiring everyone else's successes? Are you just looking at the glass? Oh, wow, look at all these things that they did. Look how they did that. Or are you ready to pick that glass up and add your own smudges? Success is for everybody. Success is unbound. It is abundant and it is readily available. It does not live inside of a box and it can be yours. There's no quitting, no excuses, and no coddling. All of those things are things that will keep you trapped inside the box and prevent you from being able to live the life of your dreams. So this week, normally I leave you with go find your freedom, but this week I'm going to leave you with go smudge the glass. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with somebody that you think would benefit from it. And please remember, I'm loving these reviews. They're so much fun. Help me boost those reviews up so that other people will just naturally hear about this podcast and grow from it as well.